Good morning. I am outside Manderley Villa, which is fast becoming one of my favourite homes that I have been into in this country. And this country is Barbados. I'm back in Barbados. I'm pleased to see. Landed yesterday. Bit tired. It's not that it's far away. It's just it is a workload over there. So you're going to see 3 or 4 new homes over there. But have a look at this one. So we have 4 bedrooms upstairs, with a 2-bedroom apartment downstairs, which are these windows down below. They're not basement. Now, this is one way to come into the house, which officially, I say officially, formally, is the main entrance. Then you have a set of stairs over there that goes up to a patio for the living room here. And then we will walk down and finish on the lower floor. Normally, I'd rather finish on the upper floor because it's so beautiful. But downstairs, you're in this wonderful setting, this landscape setting. I better walk in before the door closes on me. An unusual home, bay windows. They have security bars that run in line with the windows, so they're completely non-invasive. Wow, that was money down the drain with my education. But let's have a look around, shall we? This incredible kitchen. Oh, goodness me. I do believe. So guys, I had a technical issue there. I had to stop and start again. Now the camera's looking terribly dark, but where were we? Manderley Villa, 3 bedrooms in the house, 2-bedroom cottage upstairs. There's actually a 4th bedroom here. This is effectively a 7-bedroom home. Amazing and completely different from anything else I've seen on this island. It's completely different from anything I've seen anywhere, if I'm honest. It gives you an idea of the ceiling heights, possibly. Normally I turn the fans off because the frames per second doesn't work very well with fans. The only differentiation between kitchen and living room is the floor, where this beautiful old wood, which I would imagine is probably a green heart, possibly a purple heart maybe, then moves into this tiling, which makes sense, of course, for a kitchen. Your island here is this stunning, Gothic almost looking, neo-Gothic looking table. And then you have, excuse me, a piece of furniture from a castle in Scotland that they've incorporated their hot top into, and the sink into another piece of furniture from the same castle. It's just ridiculous. It's genius, really. Now, the gentleman here is an artist. The lady is very artistic. Now, I make that differentiation because I actually can't remember what she does, which is really bad. But he is an absolute genius. An example, and this may give it away to some of you, and again, I should have turned that fan off, but I quite like the effect it's throwing. That is done with spray paint. That's ridiculous. Right, the 4th bedroom that I'm looking at is up there. I'm actually not going to take the video up there because it literally opens into a room. The windows are very high up, as you'll see in the photographs. There's not a great deal to see there. And chances are I'll break my neck on the bloody stairs. I told you to just blow the bloody doors off. If that rings a bell with anyone. Anyway, the beautiful living area, or TV, the sort of informal living area of Manderley House. Absolutely amazing. I'm praying to God that's not someone who's just about to walk into the house and interrupt my video. That would be really, really distressing. That's the bedroom corridor that goes down there. And then you have your formal dining, if that's the way you like your setup. The darkness of the video is incredibly annoying. And I'm hoping it will sort itself out as I look from different angles and the such like. Bay windows. And that, amazingly, is actually wall art. They had a frame. What do we do with a frame? Brilliant. Let's put it up on the wall and create some wall art. So that painting's actually on the wall. Love that. That buzzing in the background is the gardener next door, who I had managed to avoid before my technical fault. But there we go. I honestly, in this house stays so cool. We're in the middle of the day now. We've just turned midday. It's not hot in here at all. In fairness, I do have an air conditioning unit on over there, but I've only turned it on 10 minutes ago. Big double doors here. This is facing west at this point. On the first little bit of the video, I show you stairs going up. It goes to that patio. So if you're having a formal party, people could actually, the vehicular access into the property is not where we walked in. It's to the west, and the pedestrian access, if you want to differentiate, is to the north down the side road. Halcyon Heights, we're only 5-minute walk. Yeah, we're about 5-minute walk, a good walk, down to Holetown and Lime Grove. Here you own all the land. Now I'm going to have to zoom in here, which I don't like doing because the zoom nowadays isn't as smooth as it used to be. Now if you can see that, it looks like a dead tree. It's not a dead tree. It looked very impressive thing that looks like a skeleton in the distance. Not only is that the sort of furthest point of the garden, just short of there, but also in the afternoon, apparently the local troop of monkeys goes up there and sleeps up there at night. So at night, you get to see the monkeys going up there. I'm not really telling you a lot about the house at this stage, am I? But I am setting a lovely scene for you, I hope. Down below, way, there goes the zoom and my fingers. You can see the garden goes down quite steeply, and then it goes flat, and it stays flat for quite a while. There is every manner of fruit tree. There's lime, I can see soursop, mango growing, I can see mangoes in the distance, 2 types of mangoes. I know they got 2 types of coconut here, and I know they got 2 types of banana, as well as that big breadfruit tree over there. And then they had some unusual stuff. They had a particular cherry and a particular, I can't remember now actually. I should probably tell you more about the house, shouldn't I? I can see you both at home now. What's this chap doing? You talk about the bloody garden all the time. No point. Absolutely love this. No matter how wide the wide angle is, and this camera does have a very good wide angle, has to, for the work I do. It's just not wide enough. It's just not wide enough. And there's a remarkable red tint to everything in this video. So I've got this horrible feeling I may have to redo it all. But I want to get this up there because for various reasons, which I'm not going into here, we really want to get this moving. We've been talking about it for a while. I've been in St. Lucia for about 8 days. 8 days? I've been out of action for about 2 weeks. So this should have been done about 2 to 3 weeks ago. Beautiful, beautiful area just to lounge in. Again, bay windows. I turn here slowly, probably not slowly enough, and the only thing on TV is my reflection. I don't think that's 1-0 to the Mirrors before you guys start writing in and telling me, yeah, you lost to the Mirrors that day. No, I didn't. Doesn't count. Probably does, really, doesn't it? Right, there's people staying here at the moment, not the owners, other people staying here. So it's a little bit, I'll be gentle, higgledy piggledy, shall we say. Why is the video so dark? It's driving me crazy. This was a technical fault I had earlier. I couldn't get any brightness in the video. So I'll have to see how I can edit this. More of the gentleman's art. Stunning stuff, really. And a really clever way of taking up the space above the bed. It just brings, it brings a connection. Weirdly, that sounds a bit too technical for me, but it really does, because often when you have a high ceiling, good sized room though, and when you think also, if I can just say, that's a built-in wardrobe, obviously it could be bigger, and if you check carefully, the 3 rooms downstairs can all be interconnected. If for some reason you wanted a 1-bedroom with a giant dressing room or something, I'm just throwing that out there. Right, it's even dark in here. This is madness. Madness, I tell you. And I'm not sure I can edit my videos appropriately. Anyway, this wonderful Malaysian bed here. Low ceiling here because of the 4th bedroom above that I mentioned earlier. I'll show you the mezzanine effect. I say effect, I show you what I'm talking about is what I should really say. So up here you can see the drop. Can you see that? So the natural ceiling is there and goes up much higher. It goes up to full head height. And then this is, of course, the floor to the fourth bedroom. That's a connecting door on that side. And on the other side, I did well to avoid the mirror there. If you saw where the mirrors were positioned, well, you get a little idea. You would have thought me very clever there, folks. Those who pay attention. I had someone walk up to me in the road the other day and tell me, I saw you. You're not painting the mirrors at the moment, are you? In fact, I think I just got caught again. Interestingly enough, I'm going to turn again. I walked back out here to see if this room had an air conditioning unit. It doesn't. And I've got to tell you, it's not hot. Again, that's a lot to do with most of the house have these enormous ceiling heights. Heat doesn't get a chance to settle. Just have another peek as we walk through. If on showing this video looks very red, I'm going to have to change some settings and come and redo this because I don't quite follow why that is the case and why it's so dark. But like I said, I did have a technical issue, so it could be me. More than likely is. Bathroom's old school. So this is a bathroom that services the 2 bedrooms and any guests. And then walking into the main bedroom, or the master bedroom, as I prefer to call it, as much as people tell me, you're not allowed to do that anymore. Oh, come on. Again, we have the hanging frame above. And again, that brings the ceiling into play. The ceiling here that's the best part of 30 feet. Amazing. Beautiful wood ceilings. Now, some people might say, what do we do with the ceilings? We want to lighten them. The ceilings are so high here. I would normally tell people, pickle the ceilings or paint them white. Sounds strange, just painting them white, but it does actually work. But if we look up here, there we go. As you can see the height is so extreme that my suggestion would be is just leave the ceilings alone. So even with wood floors and the wood ceilings, you don't get any feeling of closed-inness, if that makes sense. This is also a perfect chance for me to show you the example, because the window was open, of how the security bars, as you can see on the inside, line up with the actual leading, and I think these are old leaded windows actually, the leading in these windows. Very, very clever way of putting security windows in without being I don't know what the word is. Invasive. I think it still is invasive. What do I know? Everything in here is fairly artistic. Very cool. The windows not only open, but they also louver. And these doors are half doors. So he very cleverly took the door, took a large piece of wood, sorted it out, chopped it in half, hung it, takes up no room. Ingenious. Now, I have to be careful here because here it is a big mirror. This is just a walk-in closet. I say just, it's a big walk-in closet. And again, is not as dark as the video is portraying. It's very upsetting, that. Really, really upsetting. I love this, even this, when you're leaving the master bedroom, with the wooden ceiling just above you. There's such, I say it quite often, but there's an amazing feeling in here. The house flows so well. Everywhere I go, like I'm stopped here, for instance, and it just feels so normal. I could stop and have a drink and a chat with someone standing right here. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out. I've been thinking about it before coming here as to how to explain it. I don't think I can, and I don't think the video will really take it all in. Videos are fantastic. We're going downstairs to the 2-bedroom. Videos are fantastic for showing the truth, but they can't always give that feel. Anyway, as we go downstairs, there's a laundry downstairs, a full-on laundry room. No, I don't really want to get in there because people are staying here and their stuff is in there, whatever. But it's a full-sized room. Doesn't have to be a laundry. Could be another bedroom if you wanted it to be. These are the 2 doors that go downstairs to the the downstairs area. This is a sound door. And this is obviously their door into the house upstairs. This takes you through to the garage. So when you drive in, you can either come straight in and walk up the stairs. here, or I will show you coming in from the other angle, because it gives me an opportunity to show you. It also gives me an opportunity to show you some of the garden. So that takes you into the main house, if you like. Oh, that garden's been going for hours. He's making sure he earns his money today. From the outside, the downstairs looks like that. Part of the plan was to put in a roof over this section, which would have given them extra terrace outside and would have meant that all the bay windows upstairs would be knocked through as doors and would go through to a walk, you know, a big patio outside that would stretch the length of the house. Could be amazing, not entirely necessary, but could be amazing. 2 hammocks, his and hers, his and his, and here we go. Now, I'm afraid there is stuff scattered everywhere here, but before I start, this is going to be short down here because I don't want to catch all their personal stuff. That is the door, where on the other side is the sound door. So that is your connecting door to the house. So you can either have it open, in which case you have your 6 bedrooms, or you rent it out whilst you're not here. So just a quick walk through. 1 bedroom is in there. Beautiful kitchen. There's something about this kitchen. It just works. Birds have come in here. I should have shut the windows. Oh, people are going to love me for that. A bathroom. Oops, doors closed. Which is for guests. It's really nicely done. They've just redone this. Oh, that guy, the lawnmower. They love a weed whacker in Barbados. Anyone who's been here and has stayed knows exactly. They're laughing. You're all laughing now, aren't you? Bloody weed whackers. Right, so bedroom number 2, which actually has access to the bathroom there, which we just walked through on the other side. Again, really sorry about the darkness. I am going to fix this, and I've got a feeling I will be doing a second video, although I've enjoyed this video. And this is your 4-poster bed for the master bedroom. These are separated, just stepping back here, these are separated by glass doors. Now, that can be changed, of course, but with heavy curtains on either side, it means that if you're on either side of the door, you have control of your privacy. I'm going to walk around the outside and tell you without any shadow of the doubt that when you see the price online for a 6-bedroom with this amount of land, and I believe it's over half an acre for sure. I've got a feeling it's closer to an acre. I'd have to check on that, so forgive me for that, but it's a large lump of land. Very technical term, that, large lump of land. And the pool can go in anywhere. If you're a person that needs a pool, the pool could go in here. It's already stepped. And the cost of doing so would be far less expensive than having to dig into rock. Or the current owners, after much debate, had thought that they would put it up there, which is kind of their front garden, if you like. But a bit more landscaping and this becomes very, very private. And other than that damn gardener, although he's only doing his job, so I'm not blaming him, but other than the gardener, this area is silent. Can't prove that to you right now, can I? It's very mellow. Manderley house. Actually,